来，各位，这游戏是导播模拟器，然后就是简单来讲就是有节目，然后我们要切画面就对了。那我不知道要怎么样不会挡到，我们就再让大家再知道。游戏名，哦，我的名字是不是 Yuniko？ 等一下，为什么读取画面这边没有跟着截啊？为什么啊？那我用萤幕截图好了。等一下，要开始了啦！哦，我刚好可以慢慢用，大家等我一下哦。为什么它的视窗是这样啊？导播刚开始就出事，等一下啦。
刚刚工商在玩的不就是导播模拟器了吗？
不要吵。对耶，刚刚真的是导播模拟耶。哦，这个话，我这个游戏我视讯好像可以比较大，好开心哦。我这样有正吗？我的画面。好，来吧，右转。哦。谁找我？哦，会打到字幕。嘿，这个是观众是不是 ？OK。我们要让观众上升，各位。啊，大家观众会看到的是右边的这个电视哦，然后它会比中间的主荧幕晚几秒，就有点延迟嘛。中间的是现场画面，是我控制的。然后我们要切左边的4个画面。OK， 交给我了，简单啦。先看左边。哦，抱歉，我刚是乱按的。节目的结尾 ，OK。啊，要开始了吗？国家晚间新闻要开始了。桌子下面。广告，我疯狂，我的美洲沙拉好了，这什么东西啊？我放啦。抱歉。哦，还没进广告是不是？还是要放3个？疯狂尼尔跟这个一起锻炼。视觉混合器选一个，1、2、3、4或左哦，这样，左键哦，这个哦。哦，他们在吵架，这是现场画面。等下，你们会不会太小声？我觉得好像有点小声哎。可是它这个可以存档吗？有点小声，对不对？可是我现在超麻烦的，因为我不知道为什么我的游戏每次它就没有办法退到主画面去调那个。你觉得还好吗？你们觉得还好？那我就暂时先这样哦。还是我可以在搜寻里面叫出来音量。我很紧张，因为等一下要开始了，我大家一定没时间出来。这段是游戏内容吗？是啊。等一下，不没办法这样搜寻音量吗？ 推一下主机，应用程式更多。算了啦，好啦，那我就直接开始喽。
It's all gravy. Honest Andy's totally independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate.
这里是我们看的啊，这里是观众会出去的。现在好像不用切画面。如果我现在乱切会怎么样吗？7、6、4、3、2、1，来！噔噔噔噔噔！要消失了吗？消失了吗？要消失了没？我要切回来了。噔噔噔噔。
The votes are in, and it's a decisive win.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slider that's flashing.
这是干嘛？
Scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the
保
green
持
bit
在白色区域中间。
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague.
哦，会有杂讯是不是？
Have all busy to advance his overwhelming mandate.
哦，这个游戏好忙哦，天哪！
However, former Home Secretary
Great, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early
要
or
播
we'll all
广
get
告，
fired.
在
Now
哪
the
里
clock at
播？
the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of
哦，
the
这
three
个哦，这里有3个广告。OK OK
right.
OK OK， 我等一下就看我的每日沙拉，各位。
The order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
to hear the co-leader's acceptance speech.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
哈，
1 minute back, everybody. I need to do
我播了吗？
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
哦，有了，每日沙拉在这里，我的每周沙拉。欢庆经典沙拉时代，立即注册吧！每周都会向你寄出合法的正宗原料，供你加入沙拉周，一周切一周的。
Right into the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence
多
is
镜
got
头
multi-cam
，OK， 4格都会有了嘛。
cutting between
好想看这个沙拉
cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb.
尽量把镜头对准在说话的人
Whoever，is doing the talking. 2, don't stay on the same shot
不要在同一个镜头停留太久。
So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3, don't stay on
不
reaction
要
shots
超
for
过
too
3秒
A couple of seconds
啊，
is
好麻
usually
烦
enough.
哦。
Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as
我一
complicated
定
as
没
it
问
sounds.
题吗？
You've seen programs on television, haven't
好，
you? Make it look like those.
好，
Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Quiet in the studio.
这样有对吗？这样
Thank you so much. 10 seconds, everybody. This exclusive offer is available for a limited
广告应该不用关吧？
5, 4, 3.
Welcome
Screen
back to
1,
the
Jeremy.
Later we'll be hearing from stock election winners advance. But first
Get
off,
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and the screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go to
the
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you today is a moment.
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
有我很会，我很会。
With us is among ours,
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's be the gents in the direction.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. What a wild ride this has been. I really meant that.
That is fantastic. Am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying?
疯狂切换，
Yes,
狂切
you're。right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played
不屑敷衍。
Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course.
敷衍，不耐烦，想睡。
I think it's grossed over a bit.
Get back to who's
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it. But I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives
你
you?
动力是什么呢？哦，这个问题问得好哈，而且又不好回答哈。
Like you,
不想听，
I'm afraid. Cut me.
割伤我，我就会流血。再看他的脸，
That's how it feels.
对吗？
Doesn't it? Giving. Suffering for one's audience.
Get on the speaker, mate.
我抱歉，抱歉，抱歉。
But most of all, I think I do it for the positive.
那女的脸超臭的。
And today, of course, we're in for some real change.
敷衍脸
It's
被
like
抓
in the
到。
coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well.
我们可以特写吗？这个
Well,
是特
now
写
you're
吗？
asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But, I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive.
哦，3、4就哦，我以为你们会说再拉近。
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
哎，他说他妈的的时候，导播有切到他的表情哦，我是不是专业的导播？
Right, I've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock,
Yeah,
is
回来了。
faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
来，
Cool, looks like Blunderclash is losing it in the studio.
全部
Ain't got time.
全透露。
There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your
我现在要干
middle
嘛？
mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
完了，我
Get
刚
the
没看到
speed
他。
right.
哦，我想要看
Now
他
we're gonna
血
switch
流
the
成河
frequency
啊！
back by dragging left.
我要看血流成河啦！
Doctor,
哎呦，我现在调整我都没办法看，好羡慕观众哦！我在最精彩的时候，等一下，抱歉。
all for you.
Jubbly, mate.
I'm gonna change.
Next, we're gonna change the amplitude. Same as
哎
last
呦，
time.
刚刚都没看到血流成河。
Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards.
Drowning, Lance, you said.
Need to see this.
No, it's all too late.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
还是他等一下结束可以让我看一遍啊，很想看呢、
Sterility. This formula. This is the key.
Not bad. You'll get it with practice.
我想看呐、我想看药引。哦，有了有了。
At the end of the clip, you'll
我
want to
还要
play
播
another
广
act.
告。
Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in. Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you probably noticed, the broadcast
疯
screen
狂尼
here
尔。
is about 2 seconds behind the master screen. Here, when someone says a naughty
B
word,
B
the
声
bleep
按钮。
button lights up like this.
哦，
2 seconds
这个
later,
是这个是消
you
音
hear
脏
the
话
swear
的
word。going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button,
哎
put space
我算了啦，播出去也没关系吧。哦，好，谢谢谢谢，我尽量好不好？这好好笑。我们有白色椅子、蓝色椅子、凳子、充气椅子，疯狂甩卖，这感觉太好看了吧！我不想玩游戏了，我想看啦。我们有高的椅子、带人的椅子、轮椅，我们有双胞胎专用椅。什么是双胞胎专用椅啦？
Christ, that liability in the best of times.
I know. God help whoever has to bleep this. 10 seconds, everybody.
I mean, a lawyer and a TV personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
就职。你不用逼逼声了。
Okay. Well, okay, let's see what they have to say. Where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do it. Down lying southern bastard trick they had against us, but you, the people, right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party's what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team.
你是不是想失业？
Change things. But today, a better, fairer future.
这样收视率才会高，好不好？
Except for the rich, for them the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth to the minimum.
不想听。
No, this sort of probably you rather you don't.
差不多要讲
Because the
脏话
likes
了吧
of you and me are not.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So, all you bastard public school snobs
穷屌丝来了。
have nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election?
Yeah, stopping people, man.
First.
哇，我好会哦，我超会切的啦。
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise.
消音给乱按吗？
But you'll see when we reclaim what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people
哇，
who
好多
pay
脏话。
pittance to
哦，
serve
这段好多脏话。
private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this.
刚刚那个是没消音到。
Ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have
好
always
像要回到现场
in the
了。
hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
这个人这个是不是有在模仿谁的风格啊？等一下，一个都没切到。
Interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders. advance. And our apologies for the
键盘比较好控制。
Hopefully we've got that leaped out.
我想说这样好像比较有导播感。
Someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government,
我可不可以换
that's
广
all
告啊？
from
现
us
在
this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful.
我有新广告哦。
And we're out.
等一下，等一下。
You've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be
我是艾伦·詹姆斯，这不是电影，这不是什么好笑，好好看哦，这个。
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not coming for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
哦，完成了，好玩。这个就是要乱切才好笑啊！哦，可以看呢，可以看呢。我要在哪里看我刚刚的广播？我要看广播，我要看我刚刚播的。赞赞赞赞赞，是这样吗？
In a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's national nightly news. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1.
哦，是我导播的节目
It's
哎
the。semi-final of the quotation game.
这里快点，这里快点。快点快点！哦，这里是前面是教学。来了来了。
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight. Moving on up, the election win that experts said just couldn't happen. Hopeful or hostile. Controversy.
我要看我刚刚切的怎么样，我刚刚切的一定很不
Buys
错。
honest Andy's totally independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate.
哎，这一段刚刚有报吗？哦，这段我好像还在教学吧。来了，梅根。
How about his new movie?
药瘾来了。
We'll be going live to advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party
对，
have
还有
to say
领导
about
人
the。historic victory. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
好期待哦！来看我刚刚表现的怎么样，各位。噔噔噔噔，哪有新闻的片头这么长啊？赞啦，导播！
Decisive win for advance. The landslide victory, with an astonishing 81% of the popular vote, is the biggest election win in living memory. Advance appealed to voters up and down the country.
这才是导播。
Permanent change. But critics have accused him of a severe lack.
刚刚有播这一段吗？我那一段是啊，我这一段在学那个绿色的那一条。药瘾，来了，药瘾的宣传。我顺便来看一下那个电影预告片到底在演什么。
To hear the co-leaders' acceptance speech. That's all coming up after the break.
哦，我可以先看到广告吗？我终于要看到美洲沙拉哦，可是我记得美洲沙拉很无聊哎。欢庆经典沙拉时代，而且拍的看起来超不好吃的，谁卖沙拉会这么竞拍甜椒啊？
From tomatoes and oils to leafy greens and lovely grains, this really is the complete collection. Every issue also comes with a companion magazine that explores the history of the art.
天，这广告好无聊哦！我要看爱德华，天哪，是在讲他在讲沙拉的历史
Start your personal salad collection now, and we'll send you your first 3 issues. Loose leaf.
这是乱丢吗？这个等一下，这个是这个广告是怎样
？All for just $7.97, with free postage and packing. Order now, and you'll receive this crouton.
油炸面包丁展示柜，谁要啊？我干嘛？我要丁沙拉，你给我一个展示柜干嘛
？Your crunchy cubes will look their absolute carby best. But don't delay. This exclusive offer is available for a limited time.
我根本就是买柜子吧！我来了，各位，我导的访谈。
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from some election winners advance. But first our very own culture reporter Megan Wolf is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to the Shotbot films. I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear. I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is one of the greatest joys of my life.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Bless you.
So you've just finished filming your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Wow.
我终于可以看他们在聊什么了。
Well, as I said to Peter at the Wrap, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap. He really is. I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, "What a wild ride this has been." And do you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic.
敷衍怪。
Am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over the freedom. It's honestly.
哇，这女人演技好好哦。
Scooped 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards. Although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards,
哇，真的好主持人哦。
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid.
一定是在攻杀小。
Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
最好这种主持人有啊，导播又没有在照他的时候，他要什么表情都可以啊。
I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire, the little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
and today, of course, we're in for some real change. It looks like
这个人根本就没有在听主持人讲话，好不好？谢谢一个光头，谢谢你的订阅。
你是不是
Well, well, now you're asking.
这种导播都会被消失，对。
Historic is the word. Well, difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But
我要看那个预告片，我刚刚超想看的。
clear that when it comes to politics.
我有一天也访到这样的人，我觉得你们一定会很注意我的表情，我会很小心的。
Yes, well,
Sorry, I said fuck.
No.
I'm sorry.
Well, Lawrence, I believe from The Medicated, which opens next week around the country. Lawrence, do tell us what's going on here.
I'd be delighted. This is a really
尬
pivotal
笑
scene
尬笑。
where my character, Dr. Lods Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
要看预告了啦。
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
血流成河喽！
No! I'm shutting this down. What kind of operation do you understand it?
水啦！
I don't understand it.
哦，这边我就去教学了，我就没办法去切他那个。
I don't know that.
这部片到底在演什么？啊，怎么突然接吻？
It's Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
哦，什么？什么？哎呦，我刚才干嘛啦？真精彩哎！
We're gonna change the world, you remember? told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor.
I'm drowning, Lance, she said.
You need to see this.
No, it's all too late.
Look at this! Got it!
病毒。
Sterility.
无菌。
This folder. This is the key.
We can stop it all.
Yes, we could stop it all.
天哪！等一下，这个预告把所有的剧情都演出来嘞。
If we should.
等一下。这边我在调讯号啦。好看好看啊！哦，我还有一个政治人物的谈话，他还有这个疯狂尼尔，圣诞节前夕沙发。
Crazy deal! We don't care if you've been naughty or nice. We got green sofas, red sofas, brown cushions, pink cushions.
好多
a grey sofa. We've got a great sofa.
好多
A brown, a pink, a yellow, a purple.
我大概破
Deals are unreal. You've got people coming over.
疯狂尼
You've
尔。
got Nan. She's gonna leave a stain on the sofa. You don't want her sitting on this white sofa. She's gonna have to sit.
哦，好有道理哦。
With Neil up here. You want to throw your money at us? We'll give you a leather sofa for a price that is just crazy.
比前夫好看。
Then strike whilst the lighting is hot. You've got a disused sofa. We don't care if it's smelly, stuck in front of your telly, full of welly. We'll take that shit away. Don't make a meal out of it. Make a deal out of it. We got a big ass deal on a big ass.
哎，他们
white chairs, blue chairs, inflatable chairs. This is a crazy.
他们很认真在做这些东西。
You want a great chair? We had a man come down the other day and he brought in his young daughter and he wanted her to have the best chair. We got those chairs, we got more of those chairs. We got tall chairs, chairs on wheels,
好，而且双胞胎专用椅到底是怎样啦？
Deal and a deal. We got those chairs. You want crazy? We got crazy. Crazy Neil's got crazy deals. You want a toilet? We can do you a toilet. We can do you a toilet next to a chair. We can do a chair next to a toilet. Hell, we can even do you a toilet chair. So you come on down. You want it. You want it. You want it. We got it. You want it. You pay us. You want it. We got it. You want it. You want it. We got it.
太猛了啦，疯狂尼尔，好屌哦！
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Shall I start?
Go for it, Pat.
Okay.
谢谢冰沙的订阅。
See what we have to say.
我觉得真好。
They said we couldn't do it. Heavy, dirty, low-down, lying southern prick they had against
哦，我有消音到。
the people. You saw right through their
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for
谢谢
celebrating?
OB 哇看呢，
Throughout
谢
the
谢
campaign,
订
you've
阅
heard。us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering.
我就觉得这游戏要乱切，因为我觉得他有故意让演员在不该被切的时候做一些比较脱序的事。
Future, a better, fairer future. So perhaps we
所以
should all
演员很强
Except
他们
for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their hats on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
again.
人越来越多了。
Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country.
限时1天就被裁员了，没有吧？切过去那一刻应该就叫不下去了。
You really don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you
哦，这边好疯狂脏话。
I've got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passport.
直接吊销护照哎！哦，刚原来内容这么硬吗？
Like you threatened before the election.
Yeah, stopping people moving.
First, you're gonna pay up. you're gonna pay it back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
这个谁会想投他？这感觉超疯的。
But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute.
小熊接的真好。
So to you posh.
刚没消音完成。
The people whose children you raise.
So they've got time to get even richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports.
我们来是为了夺走你的跑车和豪宅跟葡萄园。
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been, in the hands of the people.
哇，好拽的这个。
It ends today.
Yes, it ends. And tomorrow we'll start making it fair again, just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get paid.
I can't argue with that.
我记得这边我没带到画面。
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country
赞赞，哎，下一个广告我是不是就看过了？我完了，我失忆了耶。
We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
哎，我怎么没把啊？我怎么那么晚？我哦，这个没有看完。
This is not some child's tale. This is not a dream. This is reality. This is the story of you and how you're stupid and asleep. It's about how you were promised.
这演员真的好强哦。
But you ended up filleting
这是什么
Satan
广
for the
告啊？
salty crumbs. It's happening here. It's happening now. And it's all happening right in front of you. I'm Alan James.
Alan James is one of the country's most controversial columnists and speakers.
And they're going to take your poor sweet grandma, and you're never going to see those dribbling dentures again. Oh, grandma, look at their faces. That's not what cows look like. You call it the stock.
真的是最有争议的演说家哎。
It's just another poll they've stuck up our collective. I don't care if he was once your nephew, Cameron.
太疯了吧！真的好强哦。
Now, Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, is coming.
真知灼见。
I'm Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, the gospel according to Alan James, and the Alan James shall set you free. And now I'm bringing my message directly to you with my new nationwide tour, Alan James is Right, in front of you.
Alan James.
I'm Alan James.
Alan James.
Alan James is Right.
这个广告怎么这么长啊？
Alan James.
Coming to a city near you. Check local press for
钟
dates
家
and
波。
times.
赞赞赞！好看好看。我解除一个成就是，Damn I'm good 耶，好好玩哦，这个真的很赞哎。样片。样片是什么？哦，我们到时候可以从里面挑，可以听到不给播的东西。哦。
Every day, you offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds.
你每天都让我吃大虾。
And yet you persist. Going 5, 4.
哇，这游戏好赞哦！
I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main story.
啊，我要看吵架。
Moving on up, the election win that experts said just couldn't happen.
我要看吵架。
Hopeful or hostile?
血流成河。真的太小了，不然好可惜哦。可是这很有临场感呢。哦，这游戏怎么那么赞啊？好用心哦。我们来看吵架那一段在干嘛？
These aren't my cards. Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
But this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
Oh no, I think they think he won't have anything to say.
Oh, for God's sake, come on. It's a huge day. He's not...
前面没有吗？ 吵架的怎么没有了？啊，我的秘密嘞！哦，来了，我看看。等一下。好，来。
Not an absolute bonehead. I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it. I agreed to do one BC interview a day. I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
太像一个麦香鱼还是什么贝果
You're on thin, bloody ice, Rob. Whole wheat, man. Whole wheat.
We're coming back from the
刚刚应该要切那一段
Quiet in
的
the studio.
切那个全麦的
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody. Going in 5, 4,
原来刚这么精彩啊
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from the shock election.
可以，好玩。好 ，OK， 那我们先保存，然后我们应该可以再玩一个吧。
I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones.
后面翻白眼的是什么？广告也这么精彩，真的。哎，竟然有剧情！你到家后发现电子上有信件，挖角信哎。这是一个先进党政府的表格，就是我们今天看到那个在访谈的。然后他们想要获取所有公民的信息。哦，好可怕哦！第一题，在开始一份新工作的时候，我会轻松自在啊。第一个部门同事跟我透露，他们把机密信息带回家，有一个次要文件不见了，你会帮同事掩盖，劝你的同事上报吧。今天有个部门全体成员被开除了，因为他们表现不佳。老板制定了新目标，这些目标比以前高很多。我会早下班回家陪家人。我会，还是按时下班吧。烧烤聚会到了，我跟我的家人收到邀请，什么是想要赢得才艺大赛啊？期待度过美好的一天，会在聚会当天洗头是怎样啦？我度过了漫长又成功的职涯，现在要退休了。那退休演讲中，我会拒绝参加。我会讲工作期间遇到的问题跟挑战。闲暇的时候，我会一个人放松。理想的假期是，在未知的地方发现新体验啊，都很赞哎，这个好。对政府来说最重要的是，我是巨人，我当然选自由。我最近看巨人，当然选自由啊。先进党知道我的时间很宝贵，我怎么觉得我玩啦？怎么觉得先进党怪怪的？这游戏竟然是有这种主线的。天色很晚，山姆跟孩子都上床了。我在擦我喜欢的玻璃杯，这是第一次旅行的纪念品。有一个人敲窗户，是山姆的妹妹克里斯，她提了一个手提箱。她一进来就看起来很紧张。她说：“抱歉这么晚来，我需要你帮我一个忙。”没问题，发生什么事了？你知道先进党的疯狂行径吧？他们称之为资产与财富法案。天哪，这个游戏竟然有穿插这种啊！收入排在前一趴的人，其他人没有这些钱，太可怕了！我要怎么帮你啊？谢谢华山的订阅。他们要夺走一切，我用一辈子打造一切，我不能让这件事情发生。我想借你的护照，因为刚刚那个先进党在访谈的时候有说，他说我会吊销所有想逃的人的护照嘛，他要借我用，我才不要嘞！为什么我有不好的预感？ 他们把我还有这个该死国家一半的人护照都收走，不过人们经常说你跟我长得很像，所以我才不要嘞！我的护照没了，我怎么逃啊？一定有别的方法。你在开玩笑吧？我对你和山姆都不错这种时候不是这样子说的吧？这是违法的，我不能帮你我到底要不要帮他？你们会帮吗？不会吧？你 paper please。对啊，情绪勒索好，大家很冷血，太好了，跟我心里一致。没事，我自己想办法。你就是这样对待家人吗？克里斯呸了一声，哼，我回去继续洗碗，我心头一紧。这个该不会是游戏后面会很沉重吧？前面大家都在笑这样子，好后果。这是鼓励下吗？那我们好像可以再玩一天了。我们俩怎么都吵啊？啊？什么东西？电源。有了。广告，哇，又有新的爱的抱抱先生是什么啊？这个爱的抱抱先生，今年为孩子推出的必买玩具。疯狂你也看过，我们看朱迪科上什么？经过滋润改进的优雅新款护肤霜，怎么感觉都很闹啊？还有先进党的政党影片呢，应当要播放。进取者青少年团队介绍，这个该不会是分歧点吧？就看我们再播这个，先播一次好了，之后就不要放了。广告会影响剧情，可是我很想看这个广告还是我可以不要放这个广告，然后我在外面的广告片段看啊？等一下，先听。只是换成 A 和 B 而已，还好，反正我都滑左按。完了，我前面没听到这个秒数0之前怎么样？完了，他刚说什么倒数的时候0秒之前我要选一个 A 或 B 是不是？我知道了，他有剧情选项，他讲什么我放出什么的时候会影响到，哇靠，这么硬哦！等一下好吗？
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight.
我要不要播那个广告啊？我们今天玩完出去看一下那个广告可不可以看？等一下，这个啦，这个吗？啊，我选了他们很丑的照片，等一下。
Remington's fist have appointed Sophia Remington.
这应该就是这个吧？应该是这个没错了吧？
Taken from our archive gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has
是这个吧？是 B 吗？没有吧？这个吧？班上的佼佼者，这看起来是这个。
The markets have responded favorably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement.
我想乱切，但是这个好像会影响剧情。我先看，除非我真的忍不住想选，我再选。 有一个产品要上市了。
The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flood technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. Many were surprised.
这也很合理，好不好？这竞争激烈的科学家，你看上升了，有没有？这就是我要的啊，血流成河啊！
Geniuses don't have to like each other to achieve remarkable results. Playing the field, rumors abound as sporting legend Johnny Hansley is leaving the capital's office. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very program. And judging from the angle and velocity of that spray,
有哎，刚好抢到喷吐哎。
too much. I certainly wouldn't want to be his dry cleaner. And grievous bodily charm. With advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the justice system from every perspective. With more and more people saying,
他是配合我，我懂你意思啊，因为我切出去，他只能讲了。
All that and Megan Moore with a group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new assets.
都是水杯。
They'll be talking and performing later.
怎么那么多水杯啦？
National Nightly News.
Indestructible because people try to set it on fire too much.
等一下啦！原谅我，原谅我，原谅我，原谅我，原谅我啦！原谅我！等一下，我没有调到那个啦，我被解雇了，我没发现是右边的那个啦！哎呦，啊，好累哦！我刚刚选项要选跟第一次一样，不是是右边那个音波啊，完全忘了啦！你给我回家，对不起啦，再一次啦。 但我会选跟刚刚一样哦，所以其实不是我选对了，是我选什么他就讲什么，那这样也蛮好笑的。这个哦，等下看可不可以出去看。导播在搞。
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the
我
best
这次比较，
consumer advice then.
哎，这个应该没差吧？这个先摆着，应该没差。
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines.
哦哟，又要重新开始了啦！我要快点。
At the end of Advance's first full week in
这个我刚啊，这个我可以选对的吧？这个我刚不小心按错的啦，我是想要选左边这个。
I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the country's wealth creators in a state of panic, and
其他的我会选跟刚刚一样，还是我们那个撞球选一下撞球女啊？
deliver on even a fraction of their manifesto promises.
这个。
Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO.
我看他会怎么讲。
The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this
这句颇具影响力，年轻煽动者，年仅23岁的她成为了历史上最年轻的女性。
Sophia Remington's appointment is a risk for the giant mega corporation.
哇，他好会讲哦！
Has always been a wild child.
狂野的孩子啊，好会，好会。
In her first press conference.
喷吐了！啊，竟然上升了！爱的抱抱，我等下第一个广告好像是爱的抱抱。这个啦，嘿嘿。能当主播都有2把刷子，真的。 朱迪科赏。等一下是要调右边的这个。哦，我们的救护车好大声哦。 这救护车吗？
Playing the field, rumors abound as sporting legend Johnny
喷吐喷吐喷
is
吐！
snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very program. And judging
从喷吐的角度和速度，超好
looks like
笑。
Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit too much. I certainly wouldn't want to be his dry cleaner. And Griever's bodily charm. With advance promising a radical new crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more people saying they're scared to walk the streets alone at night, could this be exactly the right time for Advance's new approach? All that, and Megan Wolf with a group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
，Thanks for having me.
哎，是刚刚是刚刚那个演说家哎，是刚那个讲话争议很多的。
In the wake of the government's Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act...
我看那女的要发呆喽。
Jeremy, we're still vassal slaves. We're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
哎，我是不是其实要认真看这剧情啊？这感觉跟
Alan James is
怎么打书啊？
We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet.
好，我要认真看这个剧情，感觉会跟主线有关系。
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book.
怎么一直在打书啊？
Shamelessly self-promoting. Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that
哈哈，我没有书被抽掉那一幕没截到。
War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is...
哦，这演员真的好强哦。
90% of the population wealthier, and is on target to produce...
这切法好康熙。
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people.
没消到脏话。
Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into a...
啊，我都没看到发生什么事情，我想知道。
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our
没关系，我明天来重看这一段，顺便把剧情看补起来。我觉得好像蛮重要的。
Or, as I call them in my...
他到底要？
Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the...
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals, they're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking
打
about
书。
their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change.
不要拍立场。
Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back,
我们要看那个了，什么抱抱先生。
That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
但是不能切了。爱的抱抱先生啦！
I don't know what she meant by that.
好恶哦！什么妈妈不要死于火灾是什么意思啊？这啊，这都没有声音。好，没关系，我们之后可以补看。
10 seconds, everybody.
没关系，我们之后可以出去广告室看。
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance of
怎么了？等一下啦，等一下啦，我在调这个啦，等一下啦，等一下，等一下。
people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory John, who sees the problems close up. Can you hear me, Gregory?
我很忙啊。
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and.
还敢看剧情的导播？哎，对，这些导播不能太认真在节目里面。等一下，你后面有人呐！等一下。等一下。等一下。
We need change at a structural level, Jeremy. Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on.
等一下啦，我很忙啊。
Jeremy, it's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes and talk to Jeremy Thompson.
Oh, have you mentioned your
等一下。
Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. John.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public.
Sorry to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us.
Cannot believe it.
Our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I am sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife. Or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be.
哦哟，我刚刚都没播到他们吵架。
Also, as the
明天要从片段看了。
we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
键盘跟数字键盘，我想我让你们比较有参与
It's all
感。
in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that. Oh, bugger, hang on a moment.
哦
Delia.
Oh.
Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear?
这个收视率应该很高吧
Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
等一下，怎么越来越多人了啦
Yes, I'm talking to
大家可不可以知道一下今天要被访问啊
And whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of this. Oh, hold on just a moment. Clive, I am not having this again. As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't know these barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Hill there, really locking down the police's position on morality force. And
look, I spoke to Mallory at the Bridge Club.
to the heart of the matter, Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did. Now, how's your IBM?
He's agreed to talk to us today, which is
被关掉。
his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwag Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwag Tony. Prison's a mixed bag.
哦，以后这些人，
Quite nice, but
哎呦，我都没办法看剧情。
civilization, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwags are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwag Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way?
他还有入狱过。
Titwag
我帮你
Tony.
看，你好好播。好。
I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's go, soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris. And Vampire Chris. One sec, love. Titwag Tony's on the news. One sec, love. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
So, do you feel...
怎么那么嗨啊？那里。
I'm sorry, who's this now?
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas, I'm on
全部都消音的啦。
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
哎呦，这该不会有要我视讯遮住的片段吧？
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way, las bolitas!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we were there for 2 seconds. How does this happen, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to clean up some complex issues around law and order. After the break, time for some lucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back.
哎呀，太早按了。 导播想看，好想看哦。主播好累哦。这应该没有要遮的吧？我很怕后面会越来越那个，越来越凶。这有实况组实况过吗？破音。这边在干嘛？ 老皮，他有要遮吗？那些广告明天再一起看。
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolf, and on tonight's Culture Spot, a team of inspiring young people from college who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed.
一直骗呢。
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right? Yes, Charlotte's my oldest.
对啊，好挤哦，为什么那么挤啊？
I'm joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
Oh, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she's been laid off due to budget.
椅子真的好挤哦，为什么不给多一点位置啊？
University, so I knew the ropes as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher.
这女的一直在玩头发，超好笑。
Maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle
I
believed.
just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful, powerful thing. We touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just
接话接好慢。
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put in context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah? Because in a way, she's like...
哦，好大声哦，救护车。
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like, maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it.
要表演是不是？
So, Jeff, when did you first hear about grants?
2 days ago, a letter from Advance arrived.
等一下，我去关窗户，有点太大声了。
Thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic, maybe, but we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so
他们是要准备表演是不
why
是？
not? Let's have a go with this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we valley well
好像准备好了，好像很紧张哦。
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Hey, friendship。怎么切啊？
Dear diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary. Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist!
Gary the Fist! Going somewhere, little first year?
Great! I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. It's so important.
Maths is for losers. What? Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Just keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right. For losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? My arm's free coat. Right. Who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist, and you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads who's all
Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah. But I can't fight all three of you, and I don't have any friends.
这什么烂东西啊！这什么了？
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me. Or you could be me. Life can be peachy keen.
哎呀，好高哦！怎么那么高啊？
It's my choice to be made. So stop now, make a different choice.
什么意思？什么意思？
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cool lads. I'm a mother-loving rebel, but I still love maths.
我要到什么了啦？我要到什么了？这太高了啦，怎么切啊？
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Friendship!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Dalton. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
What's
怎么没有广告可以放啊？哦，不对，都是脏话。等一下，什么意思？我的广告呢？为什么右边广告不能放啊？啊！哦！哦，一定要放第3片啊！我把那个革命的抽出来了哦，不要！哇！ 我要再看一次，他应该会有存档点吧？他应该不会从头到尾吧 ？Oh my god！
It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the vision mixer, and the public will love that.
南姐，我跟你讲，第2次我可以做得更好。我刚刚有很多都没切到，第2次我可以做得更好。我等下一定把这个舞蹈团体史上切最好，我跟你讲。主播想看 Red God， 哎，这游戏压力很大哎。
Open on Megan, camera 2.
welcome's black. I'm Megan Wolf.
等一下，我怎么还要切到他
I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form.
哦哟，又要听他们讲话了。
To take their play, Hey, Friendship.
Hey, Friendship.
Local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one.
最右边的男的在干嘛啦？
And Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget.
最右边。
Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Thanks, Steve.
Maths is really
他讲话了，他讲话了。
It's theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle believed. I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools, poor kids see us. They say, "Hey, I really want to be like."
我答一定可以的，各位，我一定会把它切的超帅。
And powerful thing. We touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just
这段再看还是很好笑。
Teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter. And I think you're going to
哦
be showing
我
us
明天还要再看一次我切的。好显示这一轮重玩，这一轮比较好笑。
troubles at school.
her character doesn't actually have a name.
这个人表现越很强，而且刚刚摄影机一直卡到他的头，他太高了。
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
That's really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
主持人快疯
I'm
了。
going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't.
要表演了，要表演了，各位！我会努力切的，我这边不会看哦，我这里会超认真，我会超认真把它切得很帅。
So, Jeff, when did you first hear about grants?
2 days ago, a letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a plan, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then, Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess where you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic, maybe. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking
聊太久了，表演快
Let's
点
have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
来喽，各位！
Dear diary. I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary. Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist!
Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. It's so important.
Maths is for losers. Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Just keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right. Maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? My arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right. Who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist, and you're just a sad little girl with who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah. But I can't fight all three of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
来了。
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me. Or you could be me. Life can be peachy keen.
等一下，太高了啦！
If you work as a team. It's my choice to be made. So stop now, make a different choice. Listen to that inner voice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel laps. I'm a mother-loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum at the dinner he had to wait. Oh, where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's
这个导播真的好难哦。
pretty hard on a council estate. Life's 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 pretty hard on a council estate. It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice. Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for.
啊，这个演员拍这个一定很开心。
Tomorrow night, for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that's art.
I believe I've got a 14
这个很赞呐、我明天一定要看我切的怎么样。
Oh, someone please.
他们好可爱哦，想找他们来表演的啦。想找他们来表，谁说不乖的女孩不懂数学？噔噔噔噔噔噔噔，超好笑。明天看，明天看。而且明天看我一定感觉更新。好，赞赞赞，各位啊、我们今天开蛮久的哎。好，我们今天开到这，明天呢一样，明天是7点开台，8点到9点疯狂酷酷母，然后会跟大玩 PK， 啊结束之后我们继续玩这个。好，感谢大家记得收看，哎、很赞哎，超爱，好，大家拜拜。